Let me see here. How do you feel about Siskel and Ebert's reviews, and do you consider yourself a part of critics who kick off the new wave of critics? Yeah, I do. I do consider myself a part of the new wave of people that kicked off this new wave of critics. Man, we did. So we did. We started doing this back in 1995. I started doing this back in 1995. My friend Ian, before anybody you know today, it was me and my friend Ian. And when our show got popular here in New York, people always saying, "Man, you like Siskel and Ebert, except you guys are, you're not as serious. You just sit around and have fun." And I kind of took that attitude to what we did like later on at Spill and whatnot. And we went on YouTube. Man, I hear people today who are big time streamers who say, "I discovered you guys and you were an inspiration." So not to brag or anything like that. You'll never hear me like doing that, saying, "No, you owe me this." No, I won't say that. But yeah, I'll be honest with you. Yes, I think we were sort of a pioneer in this new wave of this new age of people who review movies. Certainly, Siskel and Ebert. I love Siskel and Ebert. Now the thing about critics, man, when critics have a name, when critics become popular, people think that they have some authority. They don't. Okay, their opinions, just like with anybody. And the thing that made Siskel and Ebert popular was not always their opinion. I mean, they had a great system, thumbs up, thumbs down. Great marketing right there. But man, they had opinions like anybody else. And they hated movies that ended up being big hits. They loved movies that ended up being big flops and hated by everyone. But what really made them popular was they they really didn't like each other. They would be really snippy and shitty with each other sometimes. And people they kind of like seeing that. They like seeing them go at each other. So that kind of made them popular too. But those guys are definitely pioneers, man. Those guys are, I mean, they're legends. I mean, what can you say? But as far as being right or wrong, they had opinions. There was no right or wrong. They had a great gimmick. They had a great shtick, and I won't even say it's a shtick. They really did not like each other, and there's a chemistry to that that works. Even when people don't like each other, people kind of like to see them go at it. Me and Cargill did. Robert Cargill, who was doing, doing things like Sinister and the Black Phone right now. We did a podcast for years where we just went at each other all the time, and we were always compared to Siskel and Ebert. We sat down, we argued. We were really arguing. We were not, and I don't want to say anything because I don't want people to think that I dislike the guy. That's not the case. I actually am very happy for his success right now. I'm happy to see anybody succeed, but that guy's really made a name for himself, and I think he's a really smart guy. But there were times when, man, we did not like each other. He'll tell you that too. And when we were doing that show on Spill, yeah, people like that dynamic, and we both knew it, and that's what made us keep doing it. Because like, man, we're not really the best of friends, okay? I mean, at the time, I'll be honest. I mean, we don't really talk today. When I see him, we say hello, and I would hope that all that shit is in the past. I would hope that everything is cool with us. I mean, we're much older, man. I would like to think we're past a lot of bullshit that we did when we were younger. But at the time, no, man. No, we had our different opinions. He did not like me. He'll tell you. I mean, he'll tell you in a minute. He did not. I don't even know if he likes me today, to be honest with you. But at the time, he'll tell people in a minute, yeah, no, I don't like you. But we did this show, and yeah, and we always argued, man. Yeah, but I thought that made for some great discussions because it was not fake politeness. It was not us sitting up there being phony with each other. That was the people recognize real. And when we sat up there and when we sat up there and argued, it reminded people of Siskel and Ebert, and it was real emotions, and people liked that. Those were genuine opinions. Those were genuine arguments. And today I respect that. I have a way different respect for that. And people say I've changed a lot. Yeah, I changed a lot. Was I an asshole at the time? I think we all were. Man, we all were. We were younger, and we had all this shit about us that that, you know, the egos, cockiness, and whatnot. I mean, you know, I got my opinions about certain things. I keep it to myself now. But yeah, man, we were all flawed. Everybody, even Martin, all of us were younger and we were very flawed. And you learn things with age, man. You know, so I'm not saying anybody was right or wrong. Just younger people, man. That's all. But yeah, Siskel and Ebert was very real, man. So yeah, but they were, like I said, they had opinions. They shouldn't be seen as those opinions shouldn't be seen as right or wrong, as gospel. They're just opinions. Don't listen to any critic at all. Form your own opinion. I always tell people, do not listen to me, okay? Because if you do, you might miss out on something that you really love, or I might lead you to watch something that you hate. Just enjoy the discussion. If you like my personality, or if you hate my personality, enjoy it. Look at me for that.